Do you miss your LA life? Do you have any trips planned? Moving to London? Do you ever talk to any of your exes? Or would you do your own podcast?
Technique, all right?
Hello guys, welcome to today's vlog. Just finished up my first workout of week 5 of my program. I did not realize that it was getting bumped up from 20 minutes to now 30. They are getting gradually harder, which is good, but I'm so sweaty. So sweaty, and I have to leave in 20 minutes. I have a quick errand to run, and then I'm home for the rest of the day. I need like a second to cool off before I can hop in the shower. But man, it felt really good. That was a really good class. Honestly, I've been craving like bumping it up. If I could, I would do 3 classes per week instead of the 2, but it doesn't let you. Like the classes are locked and you have to wait until the day that they have like programmed in for you to actually unlock the class and do it. So I'm trying to be patient, but I'm at a place now where I'm like, okay, like let's bump it up. Either way, I've done it. We're gonna hop in the shower, we're gonna head out really fast, and we're gonna come back home. Can we talk about how the spider decided to bite me here? Now I get to walk around looking like I have a hickey on my neck, and I don't. I'm home, done with my errand, and now I get to be cozy the rest of the day. I'm putting on cozy clothes as soon as I finish lunch. It's 1:20. For lunch I have chicken, broccoli, and sweet potato. Delicious. I like a good bite of everything, so all 3 in one bite. I'm gonna add some avocado. Swoop. I'm bringing this up to the office, and then I am getting changed into cozy clothes. I have the perfect set to put on. This set from Free People. It is so cute and it's nice and cozy. We're putting it on. It is the best feeling when you know you're back from like your outside activities and you just get to be home the rest of the day. That is me right now. I'm very content. So this is gonna be a chatty vlog. We're going chatty today. I actually had somebody message me recently asking if I would do a Q&A and just like talk about life. So that's what we're gonna be doing throughout the day, today and probably tomorrow. It's now 5 o'clock. The day's flying by. And I'm gonna answer some while I make a little protein shake. Very exciting stuff over here. So I asked on Instagram, which is where I always ask for the Q's, what kind of questions that you'd want me to answer. Starting off strong, we have, do you have any trips planned soon? I have one coming up pretty soon actually. I'm going to New York at the beginning of November. I am so excited. I haven't been to New York. I don't even know the last time, like maybe 2018. We're going for Haley's birthday, just big group of girls. It's gonna be really, really fun. And then I have a really fun trip planned with Jody for the end of November, early December. I mean, actually, it's the first week of December. It's gonna be Christmas, but the best kind of Christmas. That's all I'm gonna say. So Jody and I have planned it, but there are other people that might join. Sarah might join, Maddie might join. We're gonna see. Everything's booked. I am so excited. Cheers. Thoughts on reinventing yourself or staying true to yourself? I think both can be true at the same time. I think it is a wonderful thing that we have the opportunity to reinvent ourselves whenever we feel like it. Like you can decide tomorrow to change everything about your life, or like, well yeah, most things. Obviously not everything, but like you can decide, for example, if you're somebody that doesn't work out at all, but in your head you would love to be that person, you could literally start tomorrow. You could decide to change your path tomorrow in whatever way that looks. Like it could be a very small thing, it could be a big thing. I'm talking to a friend right now who's considering switching her job, and she's nervous about what that path is gonna look like if she takes the new job. But honestly, like that's life. There is always gonna be new experiences thrown your way and new opportunities, and you get to decide how you want your next path to look. I think staying stagnant in yourself and holding it as like staying true to yourself is not, I don't like that. I think you can always work on yourself and improve and change things about your life while still staying true to who you are, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, we're bringing this down to the couch. We're working from the couch for the next couple hours. Do you miss your LA life? To be completely honest, I don't miss it at all. Like I was talking about this with my mom yesterday, just about how my desire to go is very limited at the moment, which honestly feels weird for me to say because I loved LA. Like I loved my life there. For the longest time, I couldn't even fathom not living there, like it was my entire world, but it was also a bubble that I can recognize that I was in. And obviously I'm just speaking from my own personal experience, but I just don't think that I was growing to the same level that I am growing here. Obviously that has tons of other factors involved, not just like the LA thing, but I was in a relationship from 2016 to 2020. There was a little break in the middle there, but over those 4 years I was in a relationship and I definitely was not growing in that relationship. I wasn't like becoming a better person. I felt very stunted in myself, which I didn't recognize at the time. Time's obviously going on and you don't really realize that you're not mentally surpassing a certain level. But by the end of it, I think I had grown and I had recognized my faults and things that I needed to improve. Anyways, that's a very long-winded answer to just say that I do not miss life in LA at all. I think that was a perfect time in my life. I had it there, I wanted it, and now I'm in this next stage of my life and I just don't look back at all. Like I feel very, very good being where I am now. I've said that since the second I got a place here, like even my first little apartment, I just felt so good here. And every year that I've been here since has only gotten better. And I'm very grateful for all of the stages in my life in the past that have gotten me to where I am right now. How do you find the motivation to edit? Honestly, first of all, I do enjoy editing. Like I have a lot of fun with it, but also it's my job. If I don't edit, nothing's going up and then I'm not doing shit. If I go more than a few days without editing, like a little break, if I, you know, got a little ahead on filming, I look forward to sitting down and editing. I feel very lucky to really genuinely enjoy what I do for a living. But, you know, working for yourself, I don't have anyone telling me when to post, what to do, when to do it. Because I have such little routine in my life, honestly, like, you know, workday structure, having my Tuesday, Friday upload days is very important to me to be consistent. So, okay, one more before I get back into my work hole. Do you ever talk to any of your exes? I don't really. My 2016 to 2020 ex, have not talked to him since 2020. Most recent ex I have talked to. Just like little bits, we're good. I would get together with him with like Maddie and like our university friend group. I think that'd be really fun. Like I don't have any bad feelings towards him. I gotta get back to editing and I will see you around dinner. What do we have? I'm gonna wait for tomorrow to open this one. This, I am so intrigued from Tatcha. What do we have? Oh, I know what it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be gift sets. I know it. This is beautiful. Now in holiday sets. I knew it. I knew it. They're wrapped like literal presents. I kind of want to wait to open these and like put them under my Christmas tree and then surprise myself. Is that ridiculous? Maybe. We're gonna hold on these until December. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them for now. I'm just gonna put them to the side. And then we have this. Just an Amazon order. I saw this book was on sale, so I bought it. I told myself I would buy it if it was the same price as the other two or cheaper, and so sure enough it went down and I got it. Honestly, like I didn't love that book, but I feel like I have to have the whole collection. It just feels wrong not to. And then while I was at it, I got a little lemon squeezer. Citrus Press. I got one from KitchenAid. It's now 6:30. I'm gonna have dinner in a little bit. I think I'm gonna have the rest of my soup, but I've gotten some more questions. What are the best ways you manage your mental health? I've been struggling. First of all, I'm so sorry to hear you've been struggling. We all go through those phases. I talk about my shit all the time. We all have our ups and downs. That is inevitable. It's part of the human experience. For me personally, I like to take some time to myself to, one, recharge. Two, I like to do a lot of journaling and self-reflection in those times just to figure out what I'm feeling and how to work on it. Sometimes I just have a bad day and I just want to sit in the bad day, and that's okay too. But I find getting outside makes a huge difference. Obviously, therapy is really beneficial. Therapy can be an absolute game changer, and I'm actually working with BetterHelp on this video. Natural little segue. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring the vlog. If by some chance you've never heard of BetterHelp before, they're an online therapy service. It's completely online, so you don't have to like go out there. I find going out there in the world and doing therapy a little bit more intimidating. I know for a lot of people it's easier to be in the comfort of your home. To start out, you just fill out a little quiz and then they're gonna match you up with a licensed therapist that best fits your needs. You can do a phone call, a video call, or just like a messaging chat, whatever your preference, which is really nice. You have a lot of options, as well as your personal therapist. If by some chance you don't really vibe with them, super super simple to get matched up with somebody else. They have a huge network of therapists, like I think 30,000 different therapists. So you have a lot of access to people you wouldn't have locally. I really appreciate the flexibility of BetterHelp. I really love how accessible it is. I love getting to talk about it because a lot of people struggle with how to find their therapist. I really struggled. I just didn't even know where to start, and this just makes it a lot easier. It's all in the one platform. I'm gonna have a link down below. I also do have a code. You can go to betterhelp.com/Tara, and that's gonna get you 10% off your first month of therapy. Highly, highly recommend it if you've been considering it at all. This is your sign. Try it out. It can't hurt to just try. Huge advocate for mental health over here. I always will be. I will always be as transparent as possible with you guys about what's going on in my life. I think the more people that are open and honest about the things they go through, I just think we all feel less alone. Sometimes it's easy to get in your head and believe that you are the only one going through these things, but you are certainly never the only one. We've all gone through similar experiences, and I think it's really cool that we can share them online with other people. Anyways, we're gonna do some more questions when I make my soup, but we're gonna start a new book. Now, this book has been highly discussed. I can't even believe I'm about to start this because I've been thinking about it and hearing about it for months. And I'm honestly a little nervous to start it because I feel like once I go down this path, it's a path that I can't ever go back on. And I'm gonna become a fantasy girly. I will be starting Fourth Wing. I don't know a single thing about what this is about, not a single clue. And I know I'm gonna be hooked. I already know, we're going in. Wish me luck. I'm on page 1, and I just don't think I'm gonna like this. I just simply don't think I'm gonna like it. There's a lot happening already. Conscription day is always the deadliest. What the fuck is happening? Maybe that's why the sunrise is especially beautiful this morning, because I know it might be my last. Tighten the straps of my heavy canvas rucksack. What is a rucksack? And trudge up the wide staircase of the stone fortress I call home. My chest heaves with exertion, my lungs. Who is this? I don't, it's always like the first couple chapters of a book, and I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? I've been reading for the last 20 minutes. It might grow on me. I don't know yet. I really am very confused as to what's going on. There's a lot of things. Because it's a whole new world, I'm like, what am I reading? So we'll see. I'm gonna keep reading for the rest of the night. A little break to have my soup. I'm gonna watch something on TV. Not sure what, but I'm gonna watch something and then I'm gonna crawl to bed nice and early and try to understand the world that I'm reading in Fourth Wing. Dragons, there's riders, just like the province they live in, like what? I don't even know. So I think it's gonna just take a bit. We'll see. I'm gonna finish off my soup today. Maybe we'll make another one tomorrow. That kind of sounds fun. Good morning, guys. This is empty. And it's also not morning. It is now 11:59. I've been up since 7:30. This week I told myself I am bumping back my alarm clock and I'm waking up earlier. More time in the day. The morning is my most productive. So if I'm out of bed by 8 and I start working, I just feel more accomplished. I'm gonna have lunch soon, but I thought we would answer some more questions throughout the day today. My friend Sarah also just posted the podcast episode that we had. Oh no, this battery's dying. Okay, she just posted the podcast episode of us talking all about dating. This was filmed a few weeks ago now. I'm gonna link it down below. Go check it out. It's very funny, I think. Talking all about dating and whatnot. So I figure what a good place to start with the questions today. Anytime I do a Q&A, there's always dating questions. So let's answer some. Have you ever thought of completely giving up on dating based on your experiences? I will never give up. I will definitely go through phases where I want to date and phases where I don't want to date. Currently, I am not dating at all. I deleted my apps after the last date I went on. And I wasn't even upset after that last date. I kind of was in a mindset already to really prioritize myself and working on things that I want to improve in my life, especially after like, you know, a couple strong months of seriously dating. My confidence honestly just plummeted based on a couple different experiences, and I had to look inwards on what I needed to do to not feel that way anymore and where the root of that was from. And so now I have absolutely no interest in dating, like literally zero. Honestly, the first couple days without the apps on my phone, I was kind of like, what do I do? Like it's just a mindless activity to swipe, but I'm not craving it at all anymore. I feel very free without the apps. I'm just truly not thinking about it, which feels really good. I simply don't care. I let myself care too much about it, and then that was just a whole thing. And I just truly find my single self thrives. But with that being said, I will eventually rebuild my desire to want to find somebody. Obviously, I would love to get married and have a family and the whole thing, but I'm not somebody that's going to settle. Like, I simply will not. I will get married when I meet the right partner, not because of my age or where I think that I should be in life. Like, everyone's on a different timeline that I just don't see any point in comparing. Like, I have no control over when I'm gonna meet the right person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, which is a long time. It's not really that much of a rush. Obviously, like, there's a maternal clock and that's a little stressful, but people are having children much later in life and there's a lot of different, you know, ways of having babies later. So you know what, that's out of my control. I'm just over stressing about it. I would rather be alone and enjoy my alone time. Like right now, when I'm not concerned about dating, I'm so chilled. Like, I feel no stress. I'm very relaxed and very just at peace. I'm very motivated to better myself. I think I'm doing a good job at that. I'm not stressed. I would rather be exactly where I am right now than be with somebody because of my age and like have to deal with that forever. Like, I don't want somebody coming in my life and stressing me out. But with all that being said, I will never give up. I think, you know, life is long. If I can have connections in the past, I will have connections in the future. That feels like a given. Going off of that, how to not feel insecure and more confident when dating, especially online dating. I think that truly comes from within. I think you have to work on yourself to build up your own confidence before even going down that path. Obviously, like, you're never gonna be 100% confident at all times. Camera died. It's now been an hour and we're gonna have lunch. I just don't know exactly what I'm having. Maybe just make a little rice bowl. I have rice and I have veggies. Avocado. What I was saying is that I think it is really important to work on your own confidence, especially when dating. Like, you know, you're putting yourself out there and the odds are very slim of like meeting the right person for you on the first go. That happens to very few people. And so you have to learn how to deal with rejection. Like, dating is very difficult, and if you don't have some level of confidence in yourself, I just think it's gonna be tough. And that's coming from somebody that has a pretty decent level of confidence to begin with. I was destroyed. I got pretty low with my confidence at the end of my little dating era there. It's not for the faint of heart. Okay, change of subject. How did you get back into reading? I've been trying, but struggled to prioritize it each day. So I've never been a reader. Like, I didn't get back into reading. I got into reading for the very first time ever. I was the person in school that like literally never read the books that we were supposed to read. I was a SparkNotes girly. I just never understood why people liked reading. I thought it was boring. But then I discovered the kind of books that I like reading and that made all the difference. You know, for a long time I tried just reading self-help books because I like self-improvement. But honestly, those aren't that fun. Like, they're not that exciting. I mean, they're definitely good reads and they're important, but it's not the same. Like thrillers and romance, I think the key is finding books you actually enjoy. It's something that I think about all day and I'm so excited to be finished with work and get back to my book. Like, it's the best feeling. Adding some red onion. I'm so happy to have this all diced so that when I make my soup tonight, this is one less thing to chop. We're gonna add some of this ranch, just a little doo-doo-doo, and a little sriracha. Doop-doop-doop. This is gonna be delicious. Do you ever get tired of filming your life even though it's your career? Not often, honestly. I feel like I have a really good balance right now of having time to myself and filming. I feel like I'm getting enough recharge days right now where I'm not filming that I don't feel burnt out at all, especially because me getting into this and like starting to film my life was the most natural thing that's ever happened to me. I have filmed my life since I was like, I don't know, 7, maybe 6. Like, before YouTube was even a thing, I've been filming things. I just always liked, you know, taking pictures and filming things for my own memories and talking to a camera. For some reason, like, I just enjoyed it. So even if this wasn't my job, I would still be doing this, like 100%. But with anything in this world, there's some days you're gonna be tired of doing something that you do a lot. Okay, it's a TikTok scroll break for me while I eat my lunch, and then there's actually a package at my door that I want to open. So we'll do a little unboxing.
I have like sworn off, man. I just, you know.
It's kind of a lovely day outside. It's maybe inspiring me to go for a walk. At the very least, I should probably get out of my pajamas. Anyways, I have my monthly Revolve package. So let's do a little haul. I got these silky pants. They're like cargos. I think these are great. Great alternative. Oh, they're very long. I'm going to have to get these tailored, or I'm going to have to learn how to tailor them myself. Either way, cool pants. I like them. I like them a lot. Then we got a little top. Here she is. I got a pair, I think these are low rise, of these baggy low rise jeans. I want to give it a whirl. So they're a darker wash for the fall. Are they even low rise? You know what? Maybe I'll wear these on my walk. I got a sweater dress. I figured for a holiday party, this would be a good thing to have. Looks like this. It's got a little slit down here. She's a little long. Oh, I didn't know this was gonna be sequined. I got this dress for a Halloween party I'm going to on Thursday. That's tomorrow. Did not think this was sequined. Looks like this. This is cute actually. Wait, how does it go? Here. Either way, this is perfect. Sarah and I are being angels. She's a dark angel. I'm a light angel. Love that for me. So I'm wearing that, and then I have wings that are on the way and a halo. And then lastly, I got this top. I thought this was really pretty. Definitely gonna bring this to New York for like a little dinner. And that's the haul. Do I go for like a 30-minute walk? Yes. So it turns out they're not low rise, but this feels so weird for me. Like the dark wash, I am not used to this at all. Like I think it looks like weird, but you know what's good for me? Like this is different. This is not my usual. Still just basic top and denim, but it's different. What do we think? Let me know. I'm gonna link all the Revolve down below. This is the top I just got from Babaton. I'm gonna be wearing this a ton. Like it's the perfect long sleeve white top. Just gonna go for a 30-minute stroll. I have nowhere to go. Like I wish I had like a destination I should arrive at. I don't really have one of those, and I don't need another coffee today. So we're just gonna aimlessly stroll, I think. This feels so weird. Do these pants look weird? Like they're really bunchy at the bottom. Like these are the baggiest jeans I've ever worn, I think. 58 degrees. I'm gonna throw on a little jacket. We're gonna test run the Zara jacket before I decide if I'm gonna keep it or not. I'm gonna return the sweater I got because I tried it on and I'm like, I don't really need this. So we will be returning, which means I gotta make a trip to Zara regardless. So we're gonna head out. Shampoo for dogs.
It smells so good. Here, smell my hand. See if you can smell.
Oh, I do smell it. Yeah, baby, you're gonna smell so
Nice
good.
and fresh, right, Grace?
Look at her. She's just one of us.
$50 shampoo.
That's absurd.
Only the best for Michael.
Brady, dance. Dance, dance, dance. That's a good girl. All right, fam. Gotta go. Love you. Well, it ended up being longer than 30 minutes. It seemed like everyone had the same idea. It's so beautiful out. It's hard not to want to take advantage. I was on my walk and I checked my parents on Find Friends and I saw that they were super close by, so I texted my mom and got to see them. My outfit was giving boy. I think without the jacket, the jeans are fine. The jacket with the baggy jeans is giving boy energy, but that's okay, you know? Anyways, gotta get back to work now. Tonight is soup night, so we'll make a soup and continue answering questions then. We finally made it to soup o'clock. I am ready. I'm making this Tuscan white bean. Actually, wait, hold on. Make sure I have the beans. I have the beans. It's a Tuscan white bean stew. This is what it's supposed to look like. As with most soups, we are doing some chopping of onion, celery, and carrots. I have my onions already diced, so I'm gonna chop up some celery and some carrots. Simmering for another 5 minutes. There are a couple things with the recipe that I am not doing 100% correct. Calling for 2 cans of beans, I'm doing 1. It called for a can of diced tomatoes. I didn't have that, but I did have tomato sauce, so we're subbing. And then it does have coconut milk. You guys know I love that in my soups. The creaminess is superb, but I just discovered I don't really have any. I don't have a can. I do have a little bit in here, so I'm gonna use all of that, and then it's just gonna be a little less creamy. Or I will go and get some coconut milk tomorrow and then add it to whatever's left. I really might do that. Gotta refill the garlic. I figure while we wait for it to be done simmering before the next step, I answer a couple more questions. There were a ton of questions about moving to London and Paris, or moving to somewhere in Europe in general. Tons of those. Are you still planning to move to London? So I talked about this after my crazy travel period had come to an end, and I said no. So I was planning to go in September for the whole month and then just like vibe things out. That was the plan, but then as soon as I got back, I was like, no more. No more traveling. I just want to like be home, especially because, you know, for the last 2 years I've been bouncing around a ton. This year specifically, like I've done a lot of traveling this year, which I've loved every second of, but I just wasn't ready to leave again in September. So in September, I was like, okay, next spring, we're gonna go. As of right now, I don't have any plans to make that move, but Maddie and I have been talking about maybe doing that move together. Whoop! This is all hypothetical, like I don't really know, but we've talked about becoming roommates again and moving to London for a little bit. So that could be in the cards for next year. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Seeing how things play out, we'll discuss it probably sort of next year and go from there. So I will update you again then. I think while I'm this free with my life, I may as well experience as much as possible, because you really never know when life as you know it is going to change. Like, you just genuinely do not know. So that is a current thought process plan. And what's cool about being over there is once we're there, like we can travel to Paris for the weekend or all over. The flights are so cheap and accessible, and the trains are fantastic. Like, there's a lot of options being there. With Sarah's podcast episode coming up today, I feel like this is a very fitting question to answer. Would you consider doing the dating podcast again, or would you do your own podcast? We got 30 seconds left on the timer, and then we gotta add stuff. So the dating podcast specifically, I felt like was perfect for the time. Like, it was in 2021 or 2020. 2020, and it made sense. It was a really, really cool concept, and obviously recording the episode with Sarah and Jacob a few weeks ago, I had so much fun. Like, I really genuinely enjoyed it. Oh, that's the timer, hold on. We're actually gonna do something pretty fun. So I have an immersion blender. I bought this in LA. I used it once, but I packed it in my stuff and shipped it here because I knew that I was gonna wanna use this for my soups, and I'm very happy to have it. So we are going to blend up half of this. Is there a button? Okay. Fuck. I shouldn't be doing this in a white shirt and red soup. Okay, we're gonna call it at that for the sake of my shirt. Next, we add kale, turn off heat, and cover pot for 5 minutes. And then we add the coconut milk. It says vinegar, but I'm gonna skip that. And then some red pepper flakes. Anyways, back to the podcast discussion. I would not do another dating podcast like that in terms of like me hosting and then having guests come on the show. I wouldn't do that again, just because I don't think it would work the same way that it did. As for my own podcast, I love the idea of it. Like, I almost did one with Tasha in the pandemic as well. I think it'd be really cool. A lot of influencers, you know, went to the podcast world. I'm just gonna add all this kale actually. But I think if one day down the line I didn't want to continue with long form video content, I could in theory switch over to doing podcast stuff. I think that'd be really cool, but I don't think I can do both. At least for me personally, I just don't know how I would have enough to talk about for 2 different platforms. Like, I don't want to just be repetitive. I don't want to talk about the same thing on both platforms, because why would you need to watch both? It can be challenging figuring out what platform to prioritize. Like, I would love to post more on TikTok because, you know, I think that'd be really good for growth, but at the same time, this is my priority, this is where I started, and so I stick to it. And I think if I started to try to prioritize another platform, I would just like, you can't give everything your 100%. I think it'd be really cool, and maybe one day, as I said, if I don't do this, I could try that. We'll see. Okay, last question I'm gonna answer is, do you think you'll stick with Peloton after the Learn to Run is done? I love it for consistency. I have really enjoyed the Peloton program, and I honestly haven't looked into what other programs they have. I don't know if they have like a training for a 5K or a 10K. If they do, I'd probably stick with Peloton, but I have a lot of other recommendations that friends have given me that I would maybe wanna try. I don't know. I'm not even gonna look into it until after I'm done with the 8 weeks. That's not like that far away at this point, it's like 3 weeks. So I'm gonna figure it out then, but I do plan to start training for a 5K to start. Even though I honestly, realistically, if I tried, I could maybe run a 5K, because that's what I was doing with my dad in 2021. And now I've been running twice a week for, this is my 5th week. So I think if I could do it then with absolutely like no training at all, I could probably do it now, but I still want to ease into it, especially because the 10K I'm gonna run is in May. So I have plenty of time. By May, I wanna be able to run at a really good time, the 10K. So we'll see. Anyways, I felt like this was very fun, just kind of like hanging out, chatting while doing mundane shit. I'm excited to try my soup. That was actually a pretty decent amount. Yes. Okay. Another day, another soup. Okay, we're gonna have a little taste test and then I'm putting on pajamas and getting out of this white top because, you know, odds seem high that I'm gonna drip something on myself, and this is brand new. See, it's already begun. Oh, it's actually really yummy. It's like thick and delicious. Like it doesn't even really need more coconut milk. For me, the creamier the better, always. But this is really good as is. So I'm content. I would count this one a win. Actually, before I even get further into this. Oh, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed watching this one. Let me know if you wanna see more chatty vlogs like this. I feel like most of my vlogs are pretty chatty, but this one was just like direct chattiness. Anyways, let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see me do for the rest of the year. Thank you for watching this one. Thank you for watching to the end. I'm going to watch a show and then I'm gonna get in bed and read Fourth Wing. I've low-key been thinking about it all day. It started to grow on me as I started to understand the world a little bit better. Fantasy is new to me, so it's all a new experience, but I was starting to like it when I went to bed last night. I would have kept reading, but I was like, it's getting late. So I'm pretty excited to dive back in. We'll keep you updated. Anyways, love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.